Brooklyn Beckham recently broke his silence in a way few expected. After years of rumors about tension between him, his wife Nicola Peltz, and the Beckham family, he publicly addressed the situation himself. Brooklyn explained that he stayed quiet for a long time in hopes of keeping family matters private. According to him, that effort failed when stories about his marriage continued appearing in the media. He claims those stories didn't come from random tabloids but from people close to him. Brooklyn made it clear that he is no longer willing to play along with the narrative he says isn't true. He rejected claims that he is being controlled and said this is the first time he has truly stood up for himself. That statement directly challenges the long-running idea that Nicola is manipulating him or pulling him away from his family. Instead, Brooklyn says this choice was his. To understand where this conflict began, Brooklyn pointed back to April 2022, when he and Nicola got married in Florida. From the outside, the wedding looked glamorous and perfect, but behind the scenes, problems were already brewing. Many assumed Nicola would wear a wedding dress designed by Victoria Beckham, which seemed logical given her career in fashion. Instead, Nicola wore a Valentino gown, sparking immediate speculation that she had intentionally rejected Victoria. Brooklyn says that assumption was wrong. According to him, Nicola was excited to wear a design from his mother, but plans suddenly fell apart shortly before the wedding. With little time left, Nicola had to find another option quickly. Brooklyn framed this not as a deliberate slight, but as a stressful situation created by last-minute changes. That misunderstanding, he says, set the tone for much of what followed. The wedding reception only made things worse. Brooklyn and Nicola had carefully planned their first dance as a married couple, choosing a song and preparing for the moment weeks in advance. It was meant to be intimate and meaningful. Instead, that moment was interrupted. During the reception, the performer reportedly called Brooklyn to the stage. Rather than Nicola joining him, his mother was already there. Brooklyn described feeling shocked as the planned first dance was replaced with an unexpected one. He later said the situation left him deeply uncomfortable and embarrassed. According to reports from attendees at the time, Nicola became overwhelmed and left the reception in tears, with her family following to support her. The couple eventually returned for the after-party, but the damage was done. What should have been a joyful memory instead became a source of lasting pain. The fallout from the wedding didn't end there. Brooklyn explained that he and Nicola later chose to renew their vows privately, without members of his family present. He said they wanted to replace painful memories with ones that felt calm and happy. But the issues went far beyond emotional moments. Brooklyn also claimed that in the weeks leading up to the wedding, he was pressured to sign legal agreements involving the rights to his name. He says these documents would have affected not only him, but also his wife and future children. According to Brooklyn, there was urgency to have everything signed before the wedding date. When he refused, he believes it permanently changed how he was treated. In his view, business interests were prioritized over his personal boundaries, turning what should have been a family celebration into a power struggle. Brooklyn also shared disturbing details about how Nicola was spoken about within the family. He claims that on the night before the wedding, certain relatives told him his future wife was not family. Hearing that just hours before getting married deeply affected him. During wedding planning, Brooklyn says arguments even broke out over seating arrangements, including his desire to honor childhood nannies who helped raise him. He claims that request was met with hostility. After the wedding, Brooklyn says the tension didn't fade, it intensified. He alleges that situations were created to make both him and Nicola uncomfortable, including bringing people from his past into family spaces. Whether intentional or not, Brooklyn felt these actions were designed to strain his marriage. Over time, he says it became clear that Nicola was not being accepted, no matter how much effort she made. The strain became more visible during major family milestones. In 2025, fans noticed Brooklyn and Nicola were absent from David Beckham's milestone birthday celebration. Brooklyn claims they actually traveled to London for it, hoping to spend quality time together privately. According to him, that never happened. He says invitations were limited to large public events filled with cameras, not personal moments. When a one-on-one meeting was finally offered, Brooklyn claims it came with a condition: Nicola could not attend. For him, that crossed a line. Later trips failed to repair the damage, and communication reportedly stopped altogether. Brooklyn also expressed frustration with what he calls brand Beckham, suggesting public image, endorsements, and appearances mattered more than genuine connection. He believes one of the most painful outcomes of this conflict has been Brooklyn's fractured relationship with his siblings. He claims that even they became part of the tension, with online interactions turning cold and distant. Eventually, he found himself blocked on social media. While some family members denied his version of events, the result remained the same: complete separation online. Nicola later removed all Beckham-related posts from her accounts, including affectionate messages from the past. In hindsight, those posts took on new meaning. Brooklyn believes Nicola was unfairly cast as the villain because she didn't need the Beckham name or brand to succeed. Coming from her own wealthy and influential family, she didn't rely on their image. Brooklyn suggests that independence may have been seen as a threat rather than a strength, especially in a family. Perhaps the most important part of Brooklyn's statement focused on his mental health. He shared that he grew up with constant anxiety and pressure. According to him, stepping away from his family brought relief he had never experienced before. Brooklyn strongly rejected claims that Nicola controls him, saying the opposite is true. He believes he was managed and directed for most of his life and is only now learning to live freely. His goal, he says, is simple: peace, privacy, and a healthy future with his wife. While the Beckham family has not publicly addressed each allegation in detail, Brooklyn's claims are specific and serious. Whether people believe him or not, one thing is clear: this isn't just gossip. It's a deeply personal family fracture playing out under a global spotlight.